Players move fast to maintain their advantage in this game called 3v1. Place cones to create a rectangular space with a goal on one end. Place two small goals or pairs of cones placed 2 yards apart on the other end. Then, place 3 cones in front of the goals. Here's how it looks. Divide players into a blue team and a red team lined up at midfield plus a goalkeeper. Each red player lines up at a cone with a blue player across from them. On your call, the middle red player passes the ball to the middle blue player, who passes the ball back while their 2 blue teammates run around the cones before joining the play. If the blue team recovers the ball, they try to send it into one of the goals on the other end. Here, players discover how to maintain a 3-on-1 advantage. The red team will always start the play with the numbers on their side. But they'll have to score quickly before the trailing defenders catch up and neutralize their edge. Players practice scoring in 1v1 situations using both feet in this game called Catch Me If You Can. Use cones to make a rectangular space with goals on each end. Place a cone at midfield and 2 2-yard cone gates on either side. Here's how it looks.
1, 2, 3, Barça!
Divide players into 2 teams, shown here in red and blue, plus 2 goalkeepers. Line both teams up facing each other at midfield, one with balls, one without.
We have to pass the ball between each other.
The first 2 players in line pass the ball back and forth. When you call out a direction,
Right?
the player with possession must shoot on goal with the corresponding foot. They have to dribble through whichever gate will set up the best shot.
Ale!
The recovery player will then cross through the other gate before they're allowed to press. Once every player on the team with possession gets a turn, swap roles and play again on the other goal. Here, players discover the importance of staying light on their feet, ready to explode in any direction, as well as how to make a split-second calculation of which way to head based on the foot they'll finish with. That's thinking on your feet. Players practice creating passing lines to overcome defenders in this game called the Final Boss. Place cones to mark a rectangular space with a goal on one end. Use more cones to create 3 zones, a wider zone further from the goal, a narrower one in between, and a scoring zone close to it. Here's how it looks. Divide players into 4 attackers, 3 defenders, a goalkeeper, and 2 jokers, or neutral players. Send all 4 attackers and 2 defenders to the farthest zone. Send your last defender to the narrower zone and line up both neutral players in the scoring zone on either side of the goalkeeper.
3, 2, 1, go!
On your call, the 4 attackers work together to get past the 2 defenders and into the next zone. But there's a twist. If one attacker dribbles into the next zone, 2 teammates can join them and try to beat the last defender, or the final boss, 3-on-1 and score. However, if attackers advance by passing, only the last 2 attackers to touch the ball advance, but they get help from the 2 neutral players. Here, players discover new ways to set their teammates up for success. Even though not every attacker can advance to the next zone, they each play an essential part in working towards advancing the ball down the field.